Are we committed to the best version of ourselves? Are we committed to doing the work? Are we committed to not giving up? Where's your commitment level? Where's your commitment level to success? Success in any area, y'all. Remember, it's any area, but where's your level of commitment to the success of your family, to the success of your marriage, to the success of your business, to the success of your health, to the success of your finances? What's your level of commitment? Because that's all it is. It's a decision. It's a decision to say, hey, no matter how many times we get knocked down, we're getting back up. No matter what life throws at me, we're going to continue to keep going. That's all it is. It's a decision. But what stops the decision a lot of times? The stuff he talked about at the very beginning for the first 5, 6, 7 minutes, which is fear. Fear holds so many people back. In Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, he talks about 6 or 7 like basic fears. He has another book called Outwitting the Devil, which talks a lot about these same fears and the fears that again hold people back. What does Les Brown say? False evidence appearing real. So fear is not even real. It's not life or death. It's not something that you should really be scared of. These are things that you've been programmed with, false evidence appearing real. So are these the things that are holding you back? And if so, do you know how to get rid of them? Do you know how to identify when fear is stopping you? Do you know what you're feeding? Are you feeding your vision or are you feeding the fear, the fearful side of you? These are the things we have to be mindful of if we want to get to our ideal life. He talked about the human spirit, right? The human spirit, it can't be destroyed. In scripture, it says God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. So if that takes this fear thing into context and say, hey, this is not of our divine spirit. Fear is not of our divine spirit. That's something that came in from other places. So you have to be aware of it. If it's holding you back because you're always a little bit fearful, you're always a little bit scared to start, you always have the worry or the doubt or those things, this is the area you got to challenge. You got to take a look at this thing head on. You got to ask yourself how much fear is really controlling you. In our text, 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class, again, it says champions learn how to feed their vision and starve their fear. Society has you do it the opposite way. Most people in society feed their fear and starve their vision. They're not constantly feeding the thing, the place they want to go, the next version of themselves, what life looks like up ahead. One of the things we say in our business, our tagline, helping families, building people a better life. A better life means hope for the future. Most people don't have bright, a compelling future that's pulling them because they don't feed their vision. They don't feed it. Just like we feed ourselves natural food, you have to feed your vision. Most people feed their fear. They feed the downside of things. Here's what it says in the text. Here's what it says. It says, all great philosophers seem to agree that human beings become what they think about most of the time. We know this. It says, for this reason, the world class creates compelling visions written with great attention to detail and fueled by emotion, and then they think about their vision all the time. Feeding your vision, thinking about it. The great ones seem to go through 4 stages of mental evolution after creating a world-class vision. The first stage brings them increased mental clarity, which occurs as a result of putting their dreams on paper. The second stage is an intensified focus on the vision, which occurs as the result of the performer thinking about the vision morning, noon, and night. The third stage turns their intensified focus into a burning desire, which is often fueled by the frustration of seeing and believing the vision is reality on the mental plane, but not yet on the physical plane. Champions often develop incredible visualization and self talk skills that convince the subconscious the vision they project on the movie screen of their mind is real, when at the same time the performer's conscious mind knows it's not. This creates what psychologists call cognitive dissonance, or two thoughts, cognitions that are inconsistent. Since the human mind hates to be inconsistent, it drives the performer to take action and makes the vision a reality. This success driven behavior creates the final stage, which occurs when the vision turns into an obsession. Most of the time, it's a healthy obsession, which means the performer is thinking, strategizing, and moving closer to her vision every day. When stage four kicks in, failure is no longer an option. The champion will do whatever it takes to manifest the vision. The great ones fuel their obsession by only thinking positive thoughts about their vision, and these thoughts create psychological, physiological, and spiritual energy. At the end, at this stage, they are no longer willing to entertain thoughts of fear and will shelter themselves from anything or anyone who approaches them speaking the language of scarcity. In essence, the great ones feed their vision and starve their fear. Those last couple sentences. At this stage, they no longer are willing to entertain, not even willing to entertain thoughts of fear. Won't even entertain it. The messenger, right? Whoever that is in your life, the people around that are giving you the negativity, the doubt, the fear, the you can't, the that's hard, the all that. At a certain point, when your vision is so clear, you don't even entertain the thoughts of fear. You don't even entertain the conversations. I won't even listen to you. And it says here, and will shelter themselves from anything or anyone who approaches speaking the language of scarcity. How committed are you to your vision? Are you that committed? Are you that committed that you'll cut some people off? That you'll cut some things off that are in your ear that are causing you to entertain thoughts of fear? Or that, approach you speaking scarcity or give you a scarcity mindset? Are you that committed to your vision that you're willing to say, hey, I got to cut you off? Hey, I can't spend time with you. Hey, I can't answer your text message. Or are we still just trying to figure it out? What stage are we in? It breaks it down here, these four stages of vision. Number one, it said increased mental clarity. So again, that's when your vision, what you have, goes to paper. You're writing it down. You're making it plain. Like this is a step in you getting successful and you getting to the place where you have life exactly where you want it. That's different for all of us. I always know this when we have this conversation. Your dreams and visions and goals and things you want for your family are different than what I want for my family. But it's okay because we all want something. We're all headed in a direction that's beyond where we are right now. So at whatever degree you're at, you got to understand, have you written down your vision? Do you know exactly what you want? Increased mental clarity is how you start to feed your vision. Do you think about your vision every day? Do you think about what you want every day? I woke up at 2:30 this morning with thoughts and ideas that I had to write down in my phone. Right? Because my brain's always working. I'm trying to always get clearer on the path, on what we're doing. The second step to the vision, once you have it written down, ladies and gentlemen, which again, if you haven't, I'm just going to keep encouraging you, you should write this stuff down. You should write down the vision of your health. You should write down what it looks like to in the vision of your finances, the vision of your marriage or your relationships. Like you should get clear on what life looks like for you, on who you want to become, on who you want to serve, on what fulfills you, on where you want to spend your time. We only get one life, so you might as well design it. You only get one. You're not coming back. So you might as well figure this thing out of saying, what exactly do I want? What do I want to see? That's increased mental clarity. The second step is the intensified focus. That's you burning what it says in here is burning your vision into your mind morning, noon, and night. How often are we feeding fear? How often are we feeding our vision? If social media, if our family, friends, relationships, if the news media, whatever it is feeding us stuff constantly throughout the day, and we are not choosing to feed ourselves the things that are helping us get to our vision, it's going to be a really long road. You have the control. You have control over your actions and your attitude. So the intensified focus part is, do I read my vision over and over again? Or is it something I just wrote up on January 1st, on December 31st of last year as my New Year's resolution, and now we're in October and I don't really even remember what I wrote up last year? because we weren't looking at it every single day. We got distracted. Life pulled us this way, that way. The enemy came and we weren't intentional about our focus. Well, that's what we need to recreate. Once you have it written on paper, now how often are you reading it? How often are you saying it to yourself? How clear are you on it? How much are you saying it to other people? How much are you saying it to yourself in the mirror? How well do you know it? As Eric Thomas says, how much of this is a must for you? How much of your vision that you make an intensified focus, that you put an intensified focus on, is a must? Like, I must have this. Not it would be nice, it would be okay, it would, right? I could live with it or without it type of thing, versus I must have this. My family must receive this. My health must be in this way, right? Like there are some things that, again, you make a commitment to. That's what you heard in the video. You're just making a commitment to these things. So again, the question back to you, how committed are you to this stuff? Or is it just nice? Just makes us feel good. The third level here for vision is that season of pain, which a lot of people are in. And I've seen a lot of people quit in that season because you don't know how long it takes. It's not in your timing. It's God's timing, right? You don't know how long it takes. They call it in here the season of pain, but it's when your burning desire is fueled by frustration and vision, where you know you want to make something happen. You can see it in your mind. Your subconscious, like, man, I know this is where we're going. I see it. I feel it. But then you open your natural eyes and you look around and you're like, this is nowhere near where I want to be. This is nowhere near where I want to be. I thought, like, I can see it in my mind. This is where we're going. But I look around and the bank account does not say abundance, right? The relationship does not say super healthy and we're going to do this forever. Like, that's not what it says. And so we get frustrated by it. What's on our mind, what's in the vision, what we've focused on, that intensified, that grows. Now we start looking around and saying, but how am I going to make this happen? I've seen a lot of people quit in that stage. I've seen a lot of people give up in that stage because they don't think it's going to happen. But that's the season you push through. That's the season you push through because everything else is on the other side of that, which it says here the fourth level of your vision is a healthy obsession where failure is not an option, where you don't even entertain conversations around negativity and scarcity. It won't even come into your mental space. It almost, again, doesn't even register. That's that cognitive dissonance, different thoughts. It's like, I don't even understand what you're saying. This is how you feed your vision, ladies and gentlemen. It's very easy for us to feed our fear. It's very easy. Open up the door, turn on social media, turn on the news, talk to your cousin, talk to anybody. Like, it's going to be very easy to feed your fear of all the things that could go wrong, of all the ways that, again, there's worry and doubt and all the things. But are you intentional about feeding your vision? Are you intentional about writing it down and repeating it to yourself over and over again and not just having this be a once a year thing, a twice a year thing? This is an everyday thing. You're constantly focused on this. My mentor used to always say, right, that your vision needs maintenance. The vision you had 2 years ago isn't necessarily the vision you have today. And it's okay. It should change, but it doesn't mean that you stop reading it or you stop writing it down or you stop meditating on it or you stop saying it to yourself. It just means it takes some maintenance. You had to tweak some things. You changed some things. You learned something. You grew. You said, I want to be a little bit different. My goal is not this, it's this now. That's how it should be. And then you got to burn that thing into your mind day and night. That's going to lead to frustration. Just understand, if that's the place you're in, you might be in that place now. You might be in the place where, like, man, I've written down my vision, Chris. Like, I'm paying attention to it. I'm showing up. I'm trying to do all the things, and I just don't see it. I've lost all my old friends. I don't have any new friends. I see this, right? Trying to get to this end goal, trying to grow and all these things, and it's just not, I don't see it. It's not happening. That's a great place to be. That's that season of discomfort. That's that pain that if you just keep going, you just keep going, you'll get to the other side where, again, Now you know that this is for you. Now you know that you can make this happen. Now you know that you can make your dreams come true. You can develop the life you want, create the life you don't need a break from. It's after that season of pain. And that season of pain might be 6 months, it might be 6 years, it might be 20 years. I don't know what God has in store for you. I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, as long as you don't give up, as long as you keep pushing, as long as you stay clear on what the vision is and you keep feeding yourself the vision, the law of attraction, these are laws of the universe. Like the law will work out. It will give you, it will reward you exactly what you want. But you got to take these steps, y'all. You got to get committed. It says the action step for today says just for today, decide that you will only think thoughts of love and abundance, especially as they relate to your vision. Refuse to entertain any thoughts of fear or scarcity and shelter yourself from anything or anyone that brings you negative energy. Protect your vision. Protect who you're becoming, what you're growing into. This season, this stage that you're in, for building the capacity to handle the life you're asking for. You got to protect this. You got to be intentional about this thing. You got to make sure that you are completely focused where your focus goes, your energy flows. So focus on feeding your vision. Focus on starving your fear. Don't give energy to the fears. False evidence appearing real. You can go out and do some amazing things. You have some things that you want to build, that you want to bring to life, but we got to get rid of the fear and we got to just pay attention to the vision, y'all. I love you guys. I want you to win. You deserve it. Your families deserve it. If no one tells you, I'll constantly tell you. You deserve to win, but you got to go out and be intentional. You got to do the work. You can't back down. When life knocks you down, you got to get back up. You got to keep writing the plan down. You got to staying focused. It's an intentionality about just staying focused and making the commitment. The commitment. That's all it is. It's a decision and a commitment to say, I'm going to take my life to the next level. And I know you guys can do it. Go out and do something that scares you this Wednesday. I'll see you back here Friday, hopefully with a haircut. So we'll see. Take care, y'all. Have a good one.